What's going on, Syncro? Today we're going to talk about how to set up Xero accounting inside of Syncro. So let's jump straight into things. To get started, head to the App Center, scroll down and locate the Xero app card and click inside of it. You're going to want to click the Connect Now button and you'll be prompted to enter in your Xero credentials. Once you do that, you'll be asked to allow access, proceed, and you'll be redirected back to Syncro. The wizard should automatically start up, and let's kind of go through it. So on step 1, you're going to be asked to choose a revenue account. Now, the revenue accounts should be getting pulled over from your Xero account, and you'll want to choose whichever one is the best one for use when we create an invoice in Xero. Once you've done that, hit Next. On the next step, you're going to be presented with all of your tax rates on the left, which are the Syncro tax rates, and then on the right will be various drop downs that will contain all of the tax rates inside of Xero. Go ahead and match them up to the best of your ability. And don't worry, if you accidentally mess something up here, you can always come back later on and change them as you need to. So let's move over to step 3. Here, we're going to be choosing what's called a default Xero item code. Basically, this is a fallback product that will get used whenever you are, say, maybe doing a part order from Syncro and still need to invoice it and have it appear over on the Xero side of things. The dropdown will contain a list of all of the products you have inside of Xero. So go ahead and just pick something that you want to get used and hit Next. On step 4, we're going to be picking our bank accounts, or the bank account used for payment syncing. Similar to previous steps, you just select the dropdown from the dropdown, that best fits the payment account you have set up for Xero and hit Next. Step 5 is pretty straightforward. It's asking if you want to turn it on. You know, you're here, you might as well. Go ahead and hit Enable. Move on to the next step. This step is going to be importing your customers. Now, Xero refers to customers as contacts. This is especially handy if you have your entire customer database already in Xero, and importing this way will ensure a more direct one-to-one mapping of all of the customers inside of Syncro. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can choose to skip this step, and any customers you already have on the Syncro side will be created or mapped to existing customers on the Xero side when an invoice is created for them. Don't worry, again, you can come back at a later time to do this if you want. Step 7 is just like step 6, except this time you're doing products. Again, same circumstance. We always recommend importing your products from Xero into the inventory in Syncro if you're storing the inventory on the Xero side already. If not, same deal as customers. The products that are in Syncro will get created or mapped to the products in Xero when you create an invoice in Syncro. Once you're all done with that, hit all done and you will be routed to the settings page. Now from here, a couple things to point out. All of the things that we went through in the wizard are accessible here. So if you wanted to redo the imports, you can do that. You could restart the wizard here if you wanted as well. I do want to point out a few things up at the top. You're going to want to make sure sync all Syncro invoices and payments to Xero is checked for the integration to function. You can choose to independently turn off the payment sync if you're capturing payments inside of Xero if you want. Purchase order syncs and bill syncs will be automatically turned on inside of Syncro so that when you create a PO, it will automatically also send that over to Xero to help automate things. Lastly, you definitely want to make sure sync all Syncro products to Xero is also enabled. That way, any products that are created in Syncro also get created over in Xero, but also when you sync an invoice over, all of the all the products you had on those invoices are also appropriately connected on the Xero side. Any changes you make, remember to hit Save Xero Settings, and that's it. You're ready to go and use Xero, and it's all automatic going forward from here. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you need any help, let us know. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one.